Good morning. Mark Holland with Holland Gold, manufacturers of Gold Maker. I'm here today with my friends Bob and Jeff, and we're going to do some road cut mining. We're going to make a couple videos on this, but this is a good place to start, a good example. So basically, anytime a new road goes in Gold Country, I'm like high alert. I'm looking at the road cuts, hopefully to find a new discovery. This is not a new discovery, but it's the first time that we've explored it. I found this about 10 years ago. So basically, Salmon River's out there below the road. We're up here where the Salmon River used to be. This is ancient riverbed. You can see the river cobble. It's all been hand stacked. This has been worked because the early miners, got a helicopter coming in. The early miners, late 1800s, they were looking for river cobble on bedrock, and they found this spike right here. Mined the heck out of it. Those guys, they didn't stack rocks like this unless they were getting good gold. So, I've not been over this yet with my mine lab. We're going to do that today. It's kind of difficult because it is basalt, high iron concentrate, but we're going to come back and do that. But right now we're going to go around the corner where before the road was built, they didn't realize how shallow the bedrock was. You couldn't see it. In 1930 or 32, they built the highway and they exposed easy to get to cobble on bedrock. And we're going to go mine that today. We're going to put some material in some buckets, take it down to the river, and run it through a high banker. So we'll keep this particular road cut is cut through this basalt. By the way, out here, we're Salmon River, Idaho, near Riggins. And the river's clear out there now, but many years ago, it was on top of this basalt bedrock. And when they cut the road in here in the 30s, they've exposed stuff that the early miners missed. You can see here's basalt. That basalt exposes again there. And there's ancient river gravel. Well, as evidenced by this, for example, this is river rock. So we're going to mine right on top of this bedrock. Good place to find nuggets. We should find a good concentration of gold, and we're going to put it in the buckets. We're also going to make sure we don't fill this ditch with the rocks, cobble, debris that we're not going to mine, because if you do that, you're going to be invited to leave by the transportation department. So we're going to discard those over the bank of the Gold Maker, and we're going to come. We've done this initial cut. We're finding lots of topsoil, but also a lot of this ancient river gravel on top of this bedrock. So it's pretty exciting. We've got about 6, 7, 8 buckets filled so far. When we run out of buckets, segment on this road cut mining. We've recovered 17 buckets of ancient river gravel, also some ancient volcanic ash, which in our region is interesting that it actually came from, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's Mount Mazumo, which today is known as Crater Lake, Oregon. Mine lab over it. Quick shout out to Rob's Detector Cells, who we bought the mine lab from, and he did a great job of teaching me how to use it via the telephone. He always answered his calls. I appreciate that. If you want to buy a mine lab, I recommend Rob's Detectors in Arizona, Surprise, Arizona, I believe it is. Anyway, anybody that's detector dudes, we're going to run the monocoil. It's less sensitive. Excuse me. We're going to run the double D. I put the monocoil on. We're going to change it. We're going to run the double D. It's less sensitive than the mono, but this basalt bedrock is full of iron, and so this is difficult for metal detector to discriminate between the iron and the gold. Continuation of our road cut mining. Here we are. We've got a water source, and we just feeling a little lazy after loading all these buckets, so we didn't want to unload the buckets from the trailer, so we just decided to set the machine on the trailer to make it a lot easier. Recovery zones. We put them all together, and we came up with, obviously I think it's a place we'll go back to. The chances there for some really coarse gold are high because of the way it's the gravel is packed on top of the bedrock in there. And so we'll go back again, and this is what we have to show for our, I don't know, couple hours efforts to fill the 17 buckets and process it. So not too bad. We'll keep you posted.